This will be my third video about top form. If that doesn't tell you how deeply invested I am, I don't know what will. I am mostly fueled by the fact that I've been obsessed with the source material for years. I've followed this story long before the live action adaptation was even announced. I've dissected every chapter, every nuance in the character dynamic, and I had real hopes that this would be the BL adaptation that got it right, finally. Check out my review video talking about the show itself, but today I want to talk about the fiasco that is the Smart Boom brand. I don't normally talk about the actors in their real life outside of the show, but this one is technically directly related to the show. I normally do reviews and commentaries about BL shows. If that's something you would like to see, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Check out my other videos about other BL shows as well. How ironic is it that this drama is happening to top form? A show about actors, a story that's literally centered on the world of performance, image, and the blurred lines between personal identity and public persona. And now off screen, Smart and Boom are facing a version of that very same struggle, only without a script to protect them. What was once fiction is now unraveling in real life, messier, more public, and honestly, a lot harder to watch unfold. Everything I'm going to say in this video is solely my opinion based on publicly available information. First question: why is any of this even playing out on social media, where it continues to damage Smart and Boom, the very brand that made this series bankable in the first place? Put aside the legal jargon and the emotionally loaded statements from Tai Lai Entertainment and Grand Ivory. Here's the bottom line: Smart Broom was the brand, the emotional core of the show and the face of the marketing, and the thing that fans actually is invested in. Now we're watching a full-on PR disaster. VTV and Headliner officially confirmed that Smart is out and all Smart Boom related activities, fan events, projects are canceled. So that's it. Not just on the CP, but maybe even on Top Form's long term potential? Hopefully not entirely, but let's be real. It's not looking good. It all started when Tyla Entertainment dropped that first public statement accusing Grand Ivory of breaching contract. At this point, it's clear that no one's prioritizing the long term value of these actors, especially Smart. Instead of protecting Smart and Boom as creative talents and real human beings, management let internal disputes explode across social media, where screenshots last forever and everyone picks a side, where fandoms turn on each other, where reputations can collapse overnight. Whether intentional or not, this feels like sabotage or at best a gross negligence. And it's obviously the actors who are left dealing with the fallout. While these companies volley statements back and forth, the actual trust of the fan base, the actual currency of the BL industry is slowly falling apart. I've never been a fan of parasocial relationships. Honestly, they creep me out. But let's not pretend that BL doesn't depend on them. So why burn the very bridge that made this franchise profitable? If this is about contracts, take it to the lawyers. Confidential arbitration exists for a reason. Let legal teams handle it professionally, because what we're seeing now is just chaos. Chaos not caused by actors but by the companies too reactive to protect their own vision. Why is everyone on social media about this? Where are the PR teams? Where are the crisis managers? Why is Grand Ivory allowing Smart to go on unscripted Instagram lives in the middle of a legal and public fallout? This isn't just unwise, it's so reckless for him to do that. I understand that he would like to connect to the fans, but there are smarter ways to do that. Where is the media training? Where are the professionals who are supposed to be guiding him and protecting him? CEOs should not be tweeting during a management crisis. Step away from the keyboard. Like, this isn't about transparency. And don't let me get started on that tweet from Tyla Entertainment after VTV's official statement, the one that reads like a slighted ex lover posting drunk at 3 a.m. This statement, shared from the official Tyla Entertainment account on Twitter, is a masterclass in unprofessionalism. Instead of providing a measured legal explanation or calmly outlining their next steps, Tylai delivers a melodramatic play-by-play of the quote-unquote the May 12 incident, like they're narrating some kind of Lacorn cliffhanger. What an unhinged post, honestly. They said something along the lines of it landed like a meteor out of nowhere. The emotional subtleties once celebrated were shadowed. The Damoclean sword hanging over the entire production. Like, what in the hell? What is this? A press release or a fanfic? This is supposed to be a professional entity, mind you, and yet they're framing the fallout like it's some final act on a Greek tragedy. This is a brand venting on the main, and in doing so, they've exposed not only their internal instability, but also how willing they are to burn bridges in public, even at the cost of the brand they're claiming to defend. Let's be real, this wasn't written for industry professionals, it was written for the fans in an attempt to sway public opinion by emotional manipulation. And that's where it crosses the line. Because once you weaponize emotional language and narrative framing against your own lead actor, someone you've publicly praised as the face of your 5 year plan, you're not just trying to win, you're trying to ruin. This post from Thai Entertainment is more embarrassing if you think about the fact that Boom never made a public statement about this, and Headliner and VTV made exactly one post and nothing else. They had the option to let their legal team do the talking instead of whatever the hell this post is. You don't get to say you're committed to the future of BL while torching the reputation of someone who helped you build it. You don't get to claim you're quote unquote wielding the sword of justice when you're swinging it at your own star. Professionalism isn't just about contracts, it's about restraint. And clearly, Thai Entertainment has none. At the very least, VTV and Headliner waited until negotiations were over before making an official statement. It was calm, professional, and relatively neutral in tone, exactly what you expect from a global platform. They understood the weight of the situation and approached it with restraint. That said, WeTV might want to sit down with Tanlai Entertainment because this reflects badly on them too. In the eyes of the fans, a chaotic partner is your brand liability. Just saying. In the entertainment industry, especially in the fandom driven markets like BL, a broken image is far harder to fix than a breach of contract. The damage to not only Smart and Boom's brand, but also Top Form itself doesn't just impact current deals, it undermines fan confidence in the future of the project, not to mention the sponsors, because whose marketing campaign is going to touch this mess? At the end of the day, these companies will be fine, let's be honest. Tyler Entertainment, Headliner, VTV, and Grand Ivory, they'll just lawyer up and move on to the next project, the next IP, the next it couple. It's going to be business as usual for them. But Smart and Boom are the one left standing in the debris, especially Smart, who unlike Boom doesn't have the backing of Headliners and VTV anymore. He's the one now missing out on work, endorsement, and global opportunities because the adults in the room couldn't keep their ambitions in check. Now both actors are facing backlash they didn't create, in a mess they didn't ask for, all because this was allowed to play out in public instead of behind the scenes where it belonged. Fans who shouldn't have to witness contract disputes unfold like some kind of reality drama. Again, why is this on social media anyway? What happened to doing things behind closed doors? If there's one lesson to take from this entire fiasco, it's that no one will protect your brand like you will. Smart, as an individual, has built a powerful brand and it's marketable. But the way that these managements have handled this situation makes one thing painfully clear: he have entrusted his career to those who are prioritizing contracts over people. If I'm smart, I would have lawyered up, not just to defend myself, but to take control. Smart should be at the table renegotiating these deals with his own legal team, not as a subordinate or a talent in a business feud, but as a partner who understands his value. These management teams have shown that they are willing to risk Smart and even Boom's credibility, fandom, and future, all while the actors themselves are left to face the backlash and uncertainty. And so the most strategic and most empowering move from Smart for his career moving forward is to claim the seat at the table, lawyer up, protect what he's built for himself. And honestly, I appreciate that Boom has not made any public statement about this. It's the smartest approach right now. And I have a feeling that that silence is deliberate. That feels like the influence of Headliner and WeTV. And it's the one thing that they've gotten right in all of this. At this point, I don't think the real question is, are we getting a season 2 of Top Form or not? Because let's be honest, WeTV spent way too much time, money, and energy securing this IP and building a multi season blueprint to walk away from now. The success of Top Form on streaming platforms guarantee we'll see more of this universe. I guess we're all saying goodbye to Smart. I, for one, would like to see more of Jade and his buddy, and I am curious to see another actor's take on Jin's character. But then one of my friends said something I haven't been able to shake. Recasting would be a stupid decision. And they're right. The track record of recasting a lead mid series, it's rough. Most of the time, it breaks the emotional rhythm, disconnects fans, and ruins whatever chemistry the original cast had spent episodes building. And in a BL series where so much of the appeal is tied directly to the pairing, that chemistry is everything. So while part of me is intrigued, the more realistic part of me knows this franchise has a serious challenge ahead. Replacing Smart isn't just a casting decision, it's a test of whether the emotional core of Top Form can survive without one of the people who built it. And honestly, that's not something you can just recast. I, for one, would really like to see what's in that contract between Grand Ivory, Headliners, and WeTV, because that's going to answer a lot of questions. Anyways, enough yapping for me. This whole video is just too much of the real world for me. Let me return to the land of fantasy. You guys drink your water, stay hydrated.